Some nights, desperation writes its own script. Like on a rainy night when you can't pay your bills, you decide to summon an ancient evil to, fix your credit score. And the craziest part is, against all odds, it seems like someone or something actually picked up the phone. Except, the soul that answered the call wasn't the one who made it. One second I was grinding on a project at the office, the next, my head feels like it's been through a system reboot. A very violent one. After the dizziness faded, I finally grasped the situation. Bro, did I just get transmigrated? And with a whole new character skin I didn't ask for. Just then, a booming voice echoed out, sounding suspiciously like a new player tutorial. A talking book? 3 wishes? Okay, classic transmigrated starter pack. I know how this goes. As a seasoned web novel reader, I immediately went for the classic exploit. For my first wish, I want 10 more wishes. Heh, I'm a genius. However, I think I might have glitched the system. This tutorial guide looks way more menacing than the ad suggested. A few seconds later, it all clicked. I'm not the chosen one. I'm the buy one, get one free deal. A substitute soul. Bro, I'm so done. As a former corporate drone, my first instinct was to run. But apparently, this new boss has some seriously brutal non-compete clauses. At this critical moment, my inner office worker awakened. If I can't escape, I'll negotiate. According to contract law, this constitutes a breach due to force majeure. You, Party A, are fully liable. Not only did I not back down, I even tried to pitch him a new business plan. So, my esteemed lord, do I qualify to sign a new contract with you? I guarantee my KPIs will be off the charts. Plot twist. The evil god was actually into it. He offered me 1 wish, and I immediately pitched him a 999 wish enterprise package. And just like that, Zhou Chen, a perfectly average office worker, successfully signed the worst employment contract in history. No benefits, no insurance, just a to-do list with 999 items. The onboarding process was brief. My new boss just dumped me at the doorstep of this body's home. All right, when in Rome, let's see what kind of home this is. No one's home, but a blood loan collateral note on the table sent a chill down my spine. Before I could even process that, the real welcome party kicked the door in. So, the original owner's loan sharks came knocking. Not only were they violent, but they were also chatty, painting a pretty bleak picture of this family situation with every punch. Through the blows and insults, fragments of memory that weren't mine started to surface. The deep guilt and worry of a child for his mother. And a mother's gentle promise to hold up the sky for her son, no matter how heavy it got. These memories, they became my anchor. I was no longer just a spectator. A strange power and a righteous anger began to surge from deep within. And as a result, I think I might have launched a guy. Oops. This power surge was intense, like every cell in my body was being rewritten. Everyone else just stared, probably thinking I was having a DBZ-style power-up sequence. The old Zhou Chen has clocked out. Permanently. New management is in charge now. So, could you please keep it down? Your whining is disrupting my workflow. So, the power system here is called orders, and it has ranks. E rank, second stage, sounds like the bottom of the food chain. But, for some reason, these guys who supposedly outrank me, their movements look like they're playing in 0.5x speed. You thought he found my blind spot? Sorry, pal. I anticipated your anticipation before you even moved. Cleaning up was quick. As the guy begged for his life, I caught the key intel. Linyu? Sounds like the name of a mini-boss. After getting rid of the minions, I immediately pinged my new boss. Just as I thought, that superhuman performance was him secretly giving me a temporary power-up. I tried to see if I could make this power-up a permanent subscription, but my request was brutally denied. The boss said this power comes with high interest, and overuse could lead to sudden death. Right, typical corporate rhetoric. He acted all high and mighty, but my evil god boss seemed pretty satisfied with my performance, even mumbling something about a fate point. Whatever, I'll deal with that mystical stuff later. Right now, the priority is to figure out my current situation. So, I picked up the phone the original kid left on the rooftop and started my background check. It didn't take long. A text from Sis gave me my next mission objective, Tianlong Hospital. The atmosphere in the hospital room was heavy. This exhausted-looking girl must be my sister, which means the person in the bed is Mom. Before I could even speak, my sister exploded in a tearful rage. It turns out, their mother collapsed from exhaustion trying to pay off the original owner's debts. Finally, she handed me a card and announced that she was cutting ties with me, or rather, with Zhou Chen. Well, this is just nightmare difficulty, isn't it? Even though I wasn't the one being yelled at, the guilt and responsibility landed squarely on my shoulders. My evil god boss offered a rare moment of comfort, though it sounded more like he was rushing me to meet my KPIs. He's right. Running away won't solve anything. If I get strong enough, I can fix all of this. Get stronger, make money, pay off the debt, heal mom. My new life goals are set. Meanwhile, on the other side of the city, the real lone shark boss, that Lin Yu guy, got the news that his thugs were beaten up. A newly ranked level 2 apprentice, taking down a level 3 and a level 2 at the same time. That math doesn't add up, and it immediately made them suspicious. Their conclusion: I was hiding my true power. Interesting. It seems this talent has already caught the attention of the big boss. Of course, I had no idea I was on watch list. After leaving the hospital, I spent a few days adapting to this new body and started trying to live like a normal student. Through training and some research, I finally got it. People in this world take special drugs to become orators and gain superhuman abilities. No wonder the kid was in so much debt. This power has a serious pay-to-win barrier. Just as I was getting into my morning workout, a phone call pulled me back to reality. Right, I'm still a student. And apparently, my sick leave is over. Back in class, I listened to the history lesson while piecing together this world's social hierarchy. From E rank to S rank, 5 tiers. Simple and brutal. And I'm stuck at the very bottom in the outer layer. To climb the ladder, I need to get stronger. But just as I was mapping out my career path, some annoying punks decided to interrupt. Ugh, school bullies are a universal constant, I guess. Soon enough, it was time for PE. For orator students, that basically means a full day of physical training. I was just starting to stretch when I heard a commotion nearby. As expected, those same punks from class came looking for trouble. They seemed really salty about my high written test scores and wanted to teach me a lesson about real strength. They think they represent strength? Sorry, but my grip strength just passed its quarterly review with my demonic boss. It's a lot tougher than your talk. Just as I was about to have a friendly chat with him, a guy with an overwhelmingly powerful aura showed up. Crap, it's the teacher. D rank, 5th stage. The level gap is insane. I quickly explained we were just sparring. The teacher looked annoyed, but let us off with a warning, telling everyone to assemble for the test. The so-called test was more like a big sales pitch. The PE teacher was openly selling stimulants, claiming it was for our future. I've seen this business model before. Just then, the class representative, Lu Tian, came over to check on me. She was genuinely worried, both for me and about my inability to afford the stimulants. She's a genuinely kind person. The test began. Everyone who took the drugs did pretty well. When it was my turn, the only broke kid in the class, all eyes were on me. The teacher clearly wanted to see me fail, but I spotted the trick as soon as I started. The crystal in the wrist guard increases gravity when you exert force. A classic pay-to-win level. Too bad for them. A little trick like this is nothing for my current body. In that case, I might as well go all out and test my own limits. The end result? I not only breezed past 100 reps, but also completely ruined the teacher's stimulant business. Seeing his shocked and furious face, not gonna lie, it felt pretty good. Meanwhile, in the headmaster's office, the man himself was stressing out over budget cuts. He needed a prodigy to save the school. Otherwise, he'd have to expel most of the students to consolidate resources. Just then, the PE teacher delivered the test results. Seeing my outstanding performance, the headmaster's expression shifted. It seems he's made a decision. And so, I was summoned to the headmaster's office. But right as I was about to go in, my other boss suddenly dropped an urgent quest on me. The headmaster on one side and a soul-bound boss on the other. I can't afford to tick off either of them. Taking a deep breath, I stepped into the office, ready to play it by ear. The headmaster praised my performance, but then took a sharp turn and gave me a suggestion I never saw coming. So I suggest you quit.